This is music, and this is all about being sleazy on the train. It's not about being sleazy on the train. That's creepy. Don't do that. The thing is, this year I'm part of a research project, and it's a collaboration between the University of Copenhagen, right here in Copenhagen, of course, and the University of Southern Denmark. And their main campus is in a city called Odense. Happens to be my birth town, and it happens to be the university that I graduated from, so that's cool. Um, it means that at least once a week I go to Odense to work on that project, and I normally catch a train to Odense. And I did that this week, and I felt like listening to sleazy glam metal on cassette tape on a portable cassette player. And I started pulling out the usual suspects, my go-to tapes when I want to listen to glam metal and sleaze metal on cassette tape. And then I told myself, no, I think you should shake things up a little bit and go with some other tapes. And I did. And that means that I did get away a little bit from the sleaze glam metal theme, and it became more of a hard rock theme. There's still a little bit of sleaze and glam in there. And I thought it would be fun to just show you the tapes I listened to and maybe talk about them a little bit. So, starting with this one here, Onyx. This is heavy metal more so than it's definitely not glam metal, but it's heavy metal, maybe hard rock. I consider it straight up heavy metal. And this is a Swedish band, a Swedish underground band from the 80s. And this is a compilation of material they put out. I don't think they ever put out an entire album, but they put out some demo stuff and they put out a single with, I think, this artwork on it. And yeah, it's that, you know, Swedish 80s heavy metal. It has that magic, that perfect balance between oomph and melody and catchiness, and it's actually really good. It's out on Jawbreaker Records, this tape is, and I would definitely recommend picking it up if you like 80s Swedish heavy metal. It's really good. Uh, the production is a little bit rough around the edges on some of the songs, but that makes a lot of sense, right? Since you got some demo material on here. Fantastic artwork. I love this logo. It just screams the 80s at you. So yeah, this is always an enjoyable listen. Not hard rock, not sleazy for sure, not glam metal. Swedish heavy metal, maybe with hints of hard rock. One thing that's really cool is that some of the lyrics are in Swedish. Then there's this one here that I also brought and listened to. Uh, Built to Perform by Phantom Blue. And this is, as you can see from the shell, this is an older tape from back in the day. And it's heavy metal, hard rock, I would say. It's kind of like a combination of those two. Some of the songs are actually really heavy. All the members are ladies of this band. Some of the songs are very heavy, like straight up heavy metal songs. Some of them are more melodic, hard rocky. There's a kind of a punky undertone to some of the songs as well. Uh, it's really good. The opening track, Nothing Good, is actually good, and it's quite heavy, and it sounds great, and it's just a fantastic heavy metal slash hard rock album. Definitely worth checking out if you're into, let's say, the harder edge of or the heavier side of hard rock, if you know what I mean. I think ultimately, I think I consider this heavy metal though. But there you go, fantastic stuff. I also gave this one a listen, brought that with me, Princess Pang. I would consider this glam metal for sure. This is also an old tape, and It's kind of rock and rolly, I would say, glam metal, and there's a little bit of blues to some of the songs as well. There's also, of course, some metal to a lot of the songs too, but it leans more into the rock and rolly side of the glam metal hard rock. And they have a lady on vocals, and she has a really good voice. And it's just a good album, and it's one of those albums that I enjoy listening to while on the go. So it hasn't become a go-to tape yet, but it might end up like that. Good stuff. Enjoyable. Also brought this one here, Mötley Crüe's Dr. Feelgood. My favorite Crüe album with Vince Neil on vocals. My favorite Crüe album is perhaps controversially the self-titled one. This is also a tape from back in the day. It was actually sealed when I bought it, but I opened it because I listened to the stuff I have. And yeah, this is a great glam metal album. It has great, like, funky songs, a lot of funky riffs on here for sure. Of course, you have the title track, The Feel Good, which is a fantastic song, in my opinion. You got Same Old Situation, you got Sticky Sweet, She Goes Down, so you got a lot of those actually quite sleazy songs. Kickstart My Heart, of course, a classic as well. So you have a lot of Crüe classics on here, and it's a great glam metal album. And I think Vince Neil sounds good on most of the songs, but I don't think he has the voice for ballads. And it's glam metal, so you have to have some power ballads on here. So you have Without You, which is I don't like power ballads. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Most of you know that already. So it's kind of a meh power ballad, but Vince Neil's voice just drags it down. I don't think he has the voice for ballads. And then you have Time for Change, which is an atrocious ballad through and through, in my opinion. It's terrible. And Vince Neil on vocals, yeah, that just doesn't help. There's another kind of ballady song called Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away. But I think that one kind of works. It's more of a soft rock song. That kind of works because uh, basically it's a little bit cheeky, and Vince Neil has this kind of a bratty, street urchin kind of voice, which is why it's perfect for the sleazy songs like She Goes Down and Sticky Sweet and so on and so forth. Uh, but that's the same reason, in my opinion, why Crüe ballads in general are pretty terrible, in my opinion. If you like him, if you like Vince Neil's voice in general, that's cool. I just don't like power ballads in general. But overall, this is a really good, great album with some great glam metal songs on in general. And then I also brought this one along, Freeways, and this is True Bearings. And yeah, this is not glam either. It's hard rock with I would say like late 70s, early 80s kind of inspirations. This is the J card, and it's really good. It's really catchy. It's very melodic. The guitar tone is distorted, but it's that kind of twangy guitar tone that a lot of metal and hard rock had in the 70s and in the early 80s. But it's really good. It sounds like something from that era for sure. The vocals are a little bit like Geddy Lee, uh, an older Geddy Lee. So not the very high pitched stuff, but the singing style that he started adopting in the mid 80s and through the 90s and so on and so forth. So there's a bit of that vibe to it. You have some really cool twin guitar harmonies as well, catchy songs. If you like your melodic hard rock, but you don't like the polished AOR kind of hard rock, maybe you will enjoy Freeways. I think it's really good. And the last tape I brought was this one here, Flight, and it is called Echoes of Journeys Past. And it has a very similar production and sound to Freeways, but this one has more like clean guitar stuff in it. The vocals are actually also similar to Freeways. But yeah, this has more clean guitar stuff. It is hard rock, I would say, but they draw on um, a little bit of, I don't know, maybe, yeah, actually, like 80s neo prog. There's a little bit of a prog vibe to this. A lot of clean guitars, some heavy guitars as well. A lot of, guitar harmonies. The songs are a little bit longer, I would say, but it's a great listen as well. And it's become kind of these two tapes here have become kind of sister albums. I don't know if you have that experience, that there's some albums that you tend to listen to together because for whatever reason, when you listen to one of them, you also want to listen to the other one. And these two have become sister albums in my collection. But anyways, I just wanted to show you some of the tapes I listened to and talk a little bit about the music on them. And definitely, I would recommend that you know, check out the Onyx one if you like, 80s heavy metal. And if you like 80s and 70s heavy metal hard rock, check these out. I mean, they're very recent releases, but they just have that vibe to them. Anyways, yeah, there you go. Check it out. See if you like any of those albums. I like them all for sure. And yeah, Phantom Blue, fantastic. Thanks for watching.